Hello, it's David Thompson here. Amongst my many jobs, I'm on board at Aqua Mekong. I'm here at home cooking, and since I'm cooking and I missed the boat, I thought I might as well cook for you too. We're inventing, we're reconsidering many aspects of our menu and of the delivery so that when you embark upon our ship, you'll enjoy the advantages of the time that we've had to draw up new possibilities on the menu and our way to become even more responsible to the environment. To give you a foretaste of what's to come, I just thought I'd show you some of the dishes that we have had on the menu and some of the improvements that we intend to make as part of our journey with you. The first dish we'll start to play with is some marinated chicken that's grilled over charcoal and just chopped and served with a wonderful black pepper and lime juice sauce. And then we'll serve it with a salad of cucumber, a stir-fried cabbage, and then I'm going to do something that's solidly from my home with one of my cooks, Sak, who will do a dessert of sticky rice and mango. This is the marinade, and it is just simply some lemongrass sliced with some garlic and some coriander root. I don't need that much coriander root. I am a fastidious cook when I cook. I like to clean things up in order to get the most pure taste. Little garlic. Little garlic. Some lemongrass. Your white pepper. Pounded. Mixed with a pinch of salt and not too much coconut cream. Say a tablespoon or two. I'll put this into my chicken and I'll marinate it for about half an hour. It can go longer if you wish, but if you do leave it for longer, it might be wise to put it in the fridge. And so I'll just marinate these chicken legs out of the fridge, leave them to rest for half an hour or longer, and then we'll put them onto a charcoal grill. I think one of the best things about being on a boat, for me at least, on a journey through Cambodia and Vietnam, is just discovering some outstanding dishes. And this is an example of one. It is so simple. And Adrian Broadhead, who was the chef on the boat and now is the corporate chef of Aqua across the globe, acquainted me with this sauce, and it's delicious, and I use it all the time. And it's simply some black pepper from Kampot, which is where the best black pepper comes from in the world. Some lime juice, some salt, and a little bit of white sugar, and some chopped garlic. Simply combined, and it works with everything, whether it be the grilled chicken, some grilled meat, grilled prawns, almost everything. It is addictive. I'm very glad that Adrian suggested I should taste it because I use it. It's pepper mixed with a little bit of salt. No, quite a good deal of salt. A little bit of sugar, sliced garlic. The smaller garlic is sweet and luscious and is just wonderful. Larger cloves of garlic is fine. Just chop it. And just some fresh lime juice. Simple. Look at that. It is just simply simple. Look at this. Just combine the black pepper with the sugar, salt, and lime juice. And there we go. It's delicious and it's perfect with grilled chicken. It's wonderful with any other grilled item whatsoever. It's simple, it's easy, it's Cambodian, and it's on the boat. The grilled chicken takes about 25 minutes to 30 minutes to cook. Turning it every 5 to 10 minutes. Keep it going and it should be there. Just check and let it rest. And the chicken is done. Of course I like to use charcoal because it imbues just the most delicious flavour. You can grill them in any way, you can roast them, you can do whatever you wish, you can even deep fry them. But grilling is the better way, or no, grilling is the more regular way, the way you'll find it on the boat and the way you'll find it in Southeast Asia. The chicken is grilled, just chop it, just a few pieces. Now we have our sauce. I can't help it. I can't help but be a little bit naughty and be a little bit un-Asian. I'm stirring some of the jus, the liquid from the chicken as it's rested, to add to the sauce, and I'll just finish with a little bit of the coriander. Nothing special. It's an affectation, a nice affectation. This is the sauce, the Cambodian aspect that is just so delicious. And I poured a little bit of the liquid that's come out from the chicken as it's rested. With the grilled chicken is a cucumber salad, a jap. And it's just simply some chopped cucumbers, coarsely chopped, some ginger julienne and some shallots. And it's just dressed with a vinegar and sugar syrup. It's straightforward and easy, but it's a perfect combination with the grilled chili and the Cambodian black pepper sauce. I can't imagine anything easier than just really coarsely, haphazardly, casually snapping off bits of cucumber so you get a nice textured salad. There used to be a time when I was a far more cautious beast, and I would slice with finicky perfection and thinness that had to be consistent. Now, I can imagine nothing more tedious than that. And when you're at home or on a boat, I don't want to be bothered with stuff like this. So you can see how coarse it is, whether it's just easy. And the texture of the cucumbers is just perfect against the grilled chicken. This is some julienne of ginger I've done. In a little bit of chopped red shallots. And some coriander too. At home in isolation, you can do whatever you want. You can slice your ginger, you can shred your ginger, you can chop your coriander with the lazy ease that I'm doing, or you can be a little bit more rigorous. It's not isolation that makes me do this, it's being on a boat that's made me relaxed. And so food should be enjoyed. Stir fry is the easiest thing that you can do, I think, in the whole of the Southeast Asian repertoire. It's easy because the cooking is fast, the seasoning is easy, but the taste is wonderful. Good stir fries have the breath of the wok, the tang, the smoky tang of an item almost burnt but not quite. And it is that tang, that smoky tinge, that is the essence and the characteristic of a good stir fry. It's very hard to achieve at home, but with a wok, some gas, a little technique, and a prayer, we might achieve it here. We have the cabbage. This is just an old-fashioned dish, and it's cabbage stir-fried with some dried prawns and fish sauce. Old cabbage is best. I couldn't find any old cabbage, so new cabbage it will have to be. Break the leaves up somewhat, so when they hit the wok, they are, 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 just individual leaves or chunks of leaves, but not quarters as I've cut them so far. I think the success of a stir fry really is bravery, by which I mean we take a risk and we threaten to burn the hell out of the wok and almost scorch this cabbage. This wok I found in Bangkok. It's hand cast or hand beaten. I found it in an old market 10 years ago, if not longer, and it had 30 or 40 years on it, then no more than that. You can see how old it is. It looks like me. It was hanging in a second-hand shop and it looked forlorn, I must say. But when we scrubbed it up and cleaned it up and tempered it, it's stir-fried with instant ease as if it knew what to do. And every time I've used it, and I've just pulled it out of my cupboard, every time I use it, the wok remembers, as it were, or doesn't remember, but it just behaves so well. It helps to make a stir-fry much, much more successful. And so the wok, you can see how hot this is getting, this poor little thing. It is just warming up, and so the heat that's retained means it's equivalent to the heat of the flame. And so the longer I keep it on this heat, the more the heat is stored in the metal and allows me to stir fry as if it were over a fierce heat. It's a little technique that I picked up as a domestic cook. The other thing is, as a professional cook, is that you have all of your preparation done. And that's especially essential for a swift technique of stir fry. Have it in front of you, have it ready. If it's not ready, it's going to burn. If it's not ready, it's going to burn, and you're ruining the dish. Mise en place is essential here. A little bit of oil. A little bit of oil. You can see the heat, the retained heat, and its return to that high stir frying level despite the addition of the cabbage. A little bit of garlic, not too much. I'm adding it now so the garlic just caramelizes and begins to cook. Not too much though. Some dried prawns. A little bit of water. And now we'll add some fish sauce. It should be cooked last so that it is hot and delicious and ready to go. Reminds me of home. It's cooked in my home, but it's also cooked in one of the homes that I like the most of all. That's Aqua Mekong. And it's just a nice way to recall the food that's cooked by our Cambodian crew in Cambodia and then down to Vietnam, where the food is easy and the voyage is memorable.
Firstly, get a bunch of cardinally boiled water, nearly any type of that, put into there easily. Over it, once wet cloth, see it, wet cloth, put in there. Why I use a wet cloth? Because it's protecting it to stick underneath there.
To non-stick sticky rice, first the best thing to do is to soak the rice overnight in plenty of water. Drain it, drain it well, rinse it, and then drain it once more.
I will tell you, guy, before that you soak that. It's fully 1 cup of the Chinese cup that I show you on the video camera. Without soaking, 1 cup. When it overnight or overnight, after you render, you can get 2 cups easily. This is 1 cup. So the result is becoming 2 cups from the 1 cup because of rice more exposed from water overnight. Exactly. See?
Pile it into a steamer and steam over quite a high heat for 5 to 10 minutes. You need to check the rice, and you just open up the lid and just squeeze that little bit of rice, and if it's soft and tender, the rest is there. Shouldn't be longer, in the amounts given, it shouldn't be longer than 15 minutes at the most. No, 10 minutes at the most. 15 minutes if your flame is just a bit slow. As the rice is steaming, prepare the sauces. I say sauces because the first one is what you coat the rice in once it's cooked and left to rest. And that's simply mixing the coconut cream with salt and pouring it over the cooked rice in a bowl, covering it and leaving it to rest for at least 10 minutes, no longer, even 15 minutes. It can rest for much, much longer if you wish, but leave it in a warm space, because what happens if the rice cools down and the coconut cools too much too, it's just a little bit crunchy, and it's not as unctuous nor as welcoming nor as inviting nor as delicious as when it's just at room temperature. But mind you, it's Aqua room temperature, it's Bangkok room temperature, that's about 34 degrees. Then you make the sauce to drizzle over the mango and sticky rice, and that's delicious. Even if you can resist not eating half of it before you serve, you're a better cook than me, because I find myself always going to the table licking my lips with having the chef's benefit of slurping in a spoonful or two prior to anyone else. And that's simply bringing up coconut cream to the boil, mixing in a slurry of flour and water, letting it simmer for a while, adding a pinch of salt, a tablespoon of sugar, stir to dissolve, and then let it cool down. Keep it away from me and perhaps away from yourself so your guests can enjoy the full sauce as prepared. So that's it. Some cooking from me at home for you, not on board. I hope that you come to Aqua Mekong, and I'll see you there. And in the meantime, if you can post on social media, including #CookingWithAqua, I'd be grateful, and so would Aqua too. Thank you.